What's up everybody, my name's Juice the DJ and I'm back with another top 5 tracks of the week straight off my playlist, The Refreshments. Let's go. Now this first track is coming at you from Musical Freedom. This one's Julian Calor's Silence. And this track is anything but. This track is a future house track. It's so melodic, so catchy. It's got a great vocal. It's mixed perfectly and it's almost orchestral in a way. The drop just kind of like crescendos into this quartet of strings and synths. It's just a beautiful blend of everything. This is a great track, guys, and I love this. If you can touch a listener's emotion, it's gonna be a classic, man. This is actually my introduction to Julian Calor's music, so I actually took a little bit more of a dive into his catalog, and guys, this guy is an absolute killer artist, and I cannot wait to dive deeper into his tracks, listen to him more, and you guys should too. So great work on this one, Julian Calor. This one's called Silence off of Musical Freedom. This next track is from William Luck, the Speed House God. This one's called Nothing to Lose. This is another melodic, this time Speed House track, and it's starting to make its way into the mainstream dance scene. A lot of music now is starting to get faster. You're seeing it with UK bassline tracks, and there's a lot of great stuff to come out of this genre. Now, I first heard of William Luck off of Norser Blanc's Support album, which I also made an appearance on. Shameless plug. Go check that out, guys. It's a really great album. He's been putting out some constant heat. I mean, this guy is an absolute killer producer. He has a great, unique style in how he uses his vocal chops in his drops. Flawless production skills, and even though it's such a fast track, it's still very danceable and it's so catchy. And that goes for most of his music. So great work on this one, William Luck. It's Nothing to Lose. Go check it out, guys. This next track comes from Snavs and Kage. This one's called Trippy. So the first time I actually heard this song, and you might remember this too, is from Mala's Ultra Miami set from last year. I remember my mind getting blown then, and to be honest, I forgot about it. And then just last week when it released, I had the pleasure of getting my mind blown a second time. Kage has a way with doing this. His tracks are so powerful and they hit so hard. Even though they sound simple, he finds a way to make the samples that he uses fit perfectly in his tracks. To be able to do what he does, it's what I like to call finding perfection in simplicity. That's exactly what he does. His sound design is one of the best in the game. Again, this was my introduction to a new artist, Snavs. This track actually comes off of his album, Opal. I actually checked out the rest of this album. Snavs is the real deal. This is a great album, especially if you're into future bass and trap. This guy's production is killer. This album is probably one of the best of the year. Definitely one of my favorites of the year. First off, the vocal is so badass. It's the kind of vocal that you're gonna find in a lot of G-House tracks. The drop has hints of techno influence mixed with bass house. It's got a rumbling bass line with kind of a mischievous synth over the top. So make sure you go check it out, guys. It's Snavs in Kage, Trippy. This next track comes from the Brohouse label. This is FOULPLAY's Amped. I gotta say, I'm a big fan of FOULPLAY. He makes probably the best tech house that you're gonna find right now. Even compared to Fisher, Chris Lake, Green Velvet, all those big tech house guys. He brings his own unique twist to his tracks. He adds like this screaming synth that is just so unique and such a signature sound of his. It sounds like a dragon almost. But not that dragon, that dragon. From the Brohouse label, this is FOULPLAY's Amped. Go check it out, guys. This next track comes from two of my biggest influences in the game right now. This is GODMAN and Honey and Badger's Choco Tango off of the Confession label. And this track is probably one of my favorite collabs of the year, and we've had some great collabs as of late. Brohug and Saint Punk, Snavs and Kage. This is probably my favorite collab of the year. And I think it's because in the drop, it goes from this fuzzy kind of melodic bass and then just switches up and just smacks you right in the face with this heavy bass line. It's just crunchy and it's aggressive. And I also want to touch on the second drop a little bit because you want to add some variation to the second drop, but you don't want to completely change the vibe of the song. They pull this off really, really well. They completely change the pattern of the kick. It's actually not a 4 on the floor beat for half of the second drop, and it adds just enough interest, but it doesn't completely distract you from the overall vibe of the song. And this is overall a fantastic production, as always, from these two. It's Choco, Tango. Go check it out, guys. So guys, even though this is a top 5 list, I want to add one honorable mention, and that's my buddy Gaba's Be Right off of Terminal Underground. This track is a smash, a heavy tech house track that you're definitely going to want to listen to right now, because I just discovered this as I'm filming this. So I'm going to add a 6th track to my playlist this week, Gaba's Be Right. Well guys, that does it for this week's top 5 tracks of the week on my playlist, The Refreshments. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up and make sure you support all the artists that I mentioned. And also, go check out my Spotify playlist, The Refreshments. I'm Juice the DJ. Peace.